Hey everybody, welcome to Top Comics to Pre-Order in a Flash. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and this is our real quick show where we show you some of the biggest and best books that you can pre-order by this weekend. So head on over to infinityflux.net and get your orders in before Sunday around 6 o'clock, so you're guaranteed all of these amazing books. And we've got some
Oh yeah.
really cool ones this time, so let's get into it.
Absolute Batman #2 is on FOC this weekend. We don't know a whole lot about this yet, but we do know that it's Batman versus Alfred because Alfred starts tracking Bruce Wayne's lonely life and discovers a connectivity between that and the many layers of the Black Mask Gang, which in the book they actually call the Party Animals. But we're just going to get some more awesome Absolute Batman stories, so can't wait to see that. And on the heels of that, we also have Absolute Batman #1 Noir Edition, which is just Absolute Batman #1, but all in black and white. And if you've seen the Ash Can edition, it looks so good in black and white. So just wanted to let you know about this special edition of Absolute Batman #1.
Next up, we have a big one we've been waiting for, G.I. Joe #1. So this is going to be by your creative team of Joshua Williamson, who wrote the Duke miniseries, and the art is by Tom Riley, who was also the artist on that series. So you know what it's going to look like. You know it's going to read awesome. And this is going to be big. It's all been linked to this, all the miniseries, and we've got all the players in place. We've got Duke now building his G.I. Joe team. We've got Cobra and the twins and Destro all working together now. They've got Energon. It's going to be huge. It says we're going to have familiar faces, first appearances, and an all new character. But that's just half of it. We even got an advanced reader copy of this, but there was a few pages removed. They didn't even want us to know what they
Right.
were, and that never happens. So there's something big at the end of this book, and I can't wait to find out
Yep.
what it is. So get your pre orders in.
Next is Laura Kinney, Wolverine #1, and in this one, this is a Laura Kinney solo book. In this one, she encounters mutants who are being forced to use their powers against their will, and she vows to take the fight to those responsible wherever in the world they may be. They made a point to say that she's going global, basically. She's going to track these people down wherever they are.
Next up, we have Black Lightning #1. So Black Lightning getting his own series once again, and this time it sounds really cool. I love how so many of the books are spinning out of the new formed Justice
Mm-hmm.
League because now Jefferson Pierce, Black Lightning, is the head of the Justice League's Meta-Human Outreach Initiative. So basically, when people learn they have powers, he's going to step in and help them before they hurt themselves or others. But now he is joined by his daughter Thunder, Anissa, and it sounds like they're going to be on the front line of a war brewing between metas and humans. So sounds really cool. The art is by Fico Osio and it's written by Brandon Thomas, so it's going to be great.
Next is a new book called Calavera P.I. This is set in 1925. It's about a guy named Juan Calavera. He used to be a hero who defended the Chicano barrios, where when the police would not show up there. But eventually he was killed. But now on the Day of the Dead, he's been summoned from the grave to help a former colleague solve a kidnapping that hits close to home. But he only has a limited amount of time on Earth before he is called back to the underworld. And will he be able to solve this mystery before that happens?
And does he really have a skull for a face?
I think so.
I hope so. Next up, we have Marvel Holiday Tales to Astonish #1. This is, I mean, we're getting a Christmas book
Yeah.
already. This seems crazy, but this is going to be an anthology style book, much like their horror, the Crypt of Shadows, all that kind of stuff. This is going to be written by Jerry Duggan plus tons of other people, and we're going to have multiple stories like the Fantastic Four's holiday party, where there is a uninvited guest that shows up. We're going to have a tale of Hanukkah's past with Kitty Pryde as she shops to get gifts for her fellow X-Men, but also trying to save the day at the same time. And a New Year's story starring Peter and Miles. So if you're looking for some fun holiday stories, this is going to be really cool.
Next is a book called Christmas 365 #1. And this is about a guy named Peter Rockwell. He and his family have had a really tough year, and it's causing them to drift apart during the holidays instead of coming together. But at one point, he accepts the wisdom of a Santa Claus at the local mall, and he hatches a plan to give his family the best Christmas ever. Now, that sounds like a pretty mundane story, but issue 2 talks about radioactive eggnog and Peter turning his home into a theme park for weirdos on the internet.
Wow.
So there's definitely something a little bit more to this book than just a family holiday drama. So it should be really cool to check out.
Next up, we have a new one from the world of minor threats. This is Brood #1. This is by your creative team of all of it. Patton Oswalt, Heath Carson, Jordan Bloom, and this time the art is by Ian Colbert. This is about a family. You can see the father here, Napoleon Archimedes, and he has 3 kids, and he has always been the arch nemesis of the Searcher, but now he's learning, hey, I'm getting older in age. I need one of my kids to take up my mantle and continue this fight. So this is going to be a coming of age story about these kids. What's it like to be raised by a criminal mastermind? And they'll have to kind of fight and show who's worthy of taking on the family role of this supervillain. So should be really fun, like all of the books in the minor threats.
Next is Spectrum #1. This is going to be a 6-issue series. This is set in Seattle in 1999. It's about a girl named Melody Parker. She thinks she's losing her mind. She's seeing androids and aliens and pigs in high fashion and other weird things. But she also sees an elemental being named Echo who has the power to alter reality through music and invites Melody to join her as she brings about the end of the world. Not sure if that's all really happening or not, but this sounds like a really interesting one to check out.
Next up, we got Spider Boy issue #13. And why is this so unique? You can see right here on the cover. For one, we get the secret origin of Spider Girl, which is going to be really cool to find out why she palling around with Bullseye, all that kind of stuff. And also, it says contains the first appearance of a character, and there's a spoiler variant, and that's it right there. We are going to get our debut of Hulkette. So I think this is a great book for Hulkette to make her appearance in. It's fun, it's young, so that'd be really cool. So big first appearance, and it sounds like there's also going to be quite a bit of danger for Spider Boy and Daredevil. So you don't want to miss out on this one because the series has been great so far, and I think this just sounds even cooler.
Yep.
That is it for Top Comics 2 pre-order in a flash. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to head over to infinityflux.net right now. You can place your pre-orders. Get them done Sunday around before 6 o'clock so you don't miss out on any of these awesome books. Especially, you've got stuff like Absolute Batman, G.I. Joe. These books will sell out, so make sure you get your orders in so you're guaranteed those books. We've got our video coming up on Friday where we'll be going over these, plus their variants, and so much more. And right after this, we'll be doing our next live letters page show. We'll be answering your questions. We'll be interacting with you because it is live, but then afterwards it will be posted on our YouTube channel where you can rewatch it and enjoy. So, thank you so much for watching, and until next time,
See ya.
ya.